Hi, this is a Onyxia 10-man guide by Paradise City. When you go into the room, you're going to want your main tank to go up and pull the boss and drag her back to the wall at the far north side. Make sure she's facing away from the raid at this point. Your tank needs to be walking backwards and getting as much threat as possible. DPS should hold off until she is right back against the wall. Okay, at this point, no one needs to be going in front of Onyxia or behind, as frontal damage includes a breath attack, and she can do a cleave which will kill any DPS. And if you go behind her, she's going to tail swipe you, which is going to cause a lot of whelps to come. So at this point, just make sure you stay at the sides of her, behind her front legs and in front of her hind legs. At this point, no one in the raid apart from the main tank should be taking damage, so healers need to concentrate healing just on the main tank. Okay, at 65%, Onyxia is going to walk back to the south end of the room, and this is going to start phase 2. She's going to fly up into the air, and range DPS needs to keep on her. Your two tanks should then go to either side of the room and catch whelps that come out. They're going to grab aggro on the whelps as soon as they can and bring them towards the centre. Meeting in the middle, AoE damage can then start. You want to get these adds down as soon as you can, as shortly Onyxia lair gardens will be appearing, and these need to be taken on by one of your tanks. Okay, so when an Onyxia lair garden appears, your tank wants to get straight onto it, and melee DPS need to nuke this down as soon as possible. These can do high damage, and they do have AoE which needs to be interrupted if possible. These can also be disarmed and should be if you're able to do so. All ranged DPS need to resume on Onyxia and try get her down as soon as possible. Whelps will be spawning through phase 2, so your tanks just need to be watching out for these and group them up if they do spawn, ready for AoE damage to take them down. When Onyxia is ready to do deep breath, she's going to do an emote and a warning will come up saying she's taking deep breath. You need to, at this point, look up at Onyxia and see which way she's facing. She's going to go from one side of the room to another in a straight line, so if you are in path of the way she's facing, make sure you move out, because this is going to kill any DPS in this path. She's also going to be firing fireballs periodically through phase 2 at random raid members, and this is going to obviously hit anyone around you, so make sure you spread out as evenly as you can. Okay, when phase 3 starts, Onyxia will return to the ground. Main tank needs to establish aggro straight away. There's no time to mess about at this point. All adds need to be taken down at this point as well before any DPS goes on to boss. Adds are main priority. If there is an Onyxia lair garden up at this point, then make sure your off tank takes the aggro. so your main tank can focus on the boss. Once all the adds are down, everyone just needs to start nuking Onyxia. This is like phase 1, however she does have a bellowing roar ability. This is going to do AoE fear for 3 seconds. You need to use cooldowns to get out of this fear when you can, because it can get very messy. You can be running in front of Onyxia or behind and places you don't need to be. She's also going to erupt the lava coming through the cracks. You need to stay out of this. Also, fear can make you walk into this and cause damage. A shaman with a tremor totem here will be very helpful. Make sure, if you do have a shaman, to place the tremor totem near the main boss so that fear is reduced and Onyxia doesn't get moved too much. And then just nuke away until she is down. This completes the 10-man Onyxia guide. I hope this has helped some of you, and thanks for taking a look.